My parents were U.S. Foreign Service people, so I grew up as an American embassy brat, traveling all over the world starting at the age of 3. My first exposure to school was overseas. You go to a country for 2 years, you come back home here to the States, you're here for a few months, whatever, then you get reassigned to another country abroad, back and forth every 2 years. I did kindergarten, 1st grade, 3rd grade, 5th grade, 7th grade. And overseas, starting in 1961, my first exposure to school, my classmates were from Nigeria, Italy, Germany, France, Sweden, Japan, Russia. Whoever had an embassy in those countries, all of their kids went to the same school. That was my baseline, that was my norm. But every time I'd come home, I would be either in all black schools or black and white schools. You know, we didn't have the multiculturalism that we have today or that I had overseas.
Right.
And so I didn't understand this separation. You know, I mean, one of the times I came back, you heard about the Cub Scout incident in that little video clip.
Right.
That was 1968. I was age 10. And I was in the 4th grade. I had just come back from overseas. Let me show you my 4th grade picture. See if you can find me. Slide, please.
I think I see you in the back row.
So you see, I mean, literally, that's like standing out like a sore thumb, right? So, you know, that was my class. And those were the guys who were in my Cub Scout troop who invited me to join the Scouts. So I did. So when, you know, and these were my friends. And when people threw rocks and bottles at me and stones, my 10-year-old brain could not process that this was happening to me because of my skin color. Because the people over here on the sidewalk who were doing this did not look any different to me than my classmates, you know, whether they were right here in the States or my fellow Americans from the embassy in whatever country we were serving, or for that matter, my little French, Danish, Swedish, or Australian friends. You know, so when my parents were telling me this, I did not believe them because it didn't make any sense. My 10-year-old brain could not process it. About a month and a half, 2 months later, that same year, 1968, I was still age 10, Martin Luther King was assassinated, and I remember it very well. Every major city in this country burned to the ground. And then I understood that this phenomenon does exist, but I didn't know why. And it was then that I formed that question in my mind, which was, how can you hate me when you don't even know me? And for the next 53 years, because I'm 63 now, I've been looking for the answer to that question.